What's up guys, Chaz with Side Hustle Pros. I am going to bring you guys with me in store to do some retail arbitrage. I just got a text from one of my managers over at a Walmart, and he said that he's doing some major markdowns today. So I'm going to go in, hopefully get some profits. I'm gonna bring you guys behind the scenes and show you my process from scanning to what I buy, what I don't buy, the reasons why I'm buying, the reasons why I'm not buying, etc. A lot of people love the idea of doing retail arbitrage, but you have no idea what you're even looking for. So I wanted to just bring you guys behind the scenes and show you what my typical route looks like. Trista's on her way to the office, so I don't have to worry about shutting anything down, computers, etc. And I'm gonna show you guys step-by-step vlog style what we're doing, which means you get to see all the little tiny stuff like blocking my office door so people don't get in here and steal shit. We actually upgraded our vehicle recently, and this thing has been awesome. It's a Dodge Journey. So if you guys are fans of retail arbitrage, highly recommend getting something with third row seating, because that third row can fold down plus the second row. Tons of space in there. And it's not a minivan. Alright, just parked, but before we go into the store, let me just get something straight here. So this is Retail Arbitrage 101, meaning you're probably new to this, you haven't really done a whole lot, you're looking to improve what you're already doing, but you're a beginner, and that's totally fine because we all start at that phase. One thing to understand about what we're gonna do here in this store in Walmart is we're gonna go in, and what the first thing that most people do is you go straight to clearance, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to do it the right way. So here's the deal with clearance. We're gonna go into Walmart right now. The yellow tags are gonna be your clearance items. Every Walmart is different. Some of them have one big dedicated aisle for all the store clearance. Other stores will do end caps, so the very end cap of departments are where those clearance items will be. And some stores don't even have a dedicated clearance area. They just put the yellow tags up on the shelf throughout the whole store. So some stores, you just need to go in and make your round throughout every single aisle and learn your area. So here's the deal with clearance, guys. When you go in, you have to understand that anything you buy that's being clearanced out, there's 1,000 other retail stores clearancing out the same items, and there's 1,000 other sellers that are buying up the same product. So what is the natural thing that will happen? If you send these into Amazon FBA or even list them up on eBay, you're going to see that the price is going to start coming down because you get a ton of people on the same listings and they all price war with each other, and some of these will tank so bad that you're gonna lose money. So here's the game that I play if I do clearance items. You need to be the first in or the last out. There is no playing in that middle ground. So if you buy a clearance item for $10, it's selling for $25, and you'll make a profit of $8. That is at the time that you scanned it, which we're gonna cover when we go in here. Now, by the time that it takes to ship into Amazon, you may see that that $25 sale price has now come down to $18, and you're gonna be working with some slim margins. So you either need to make the decision that one, you're going to drop your price, cash out, grab whatever ROI you can, and go flip it into the next product, or you're going to wait for all the low ballers to sell out first, and then you can get your high price of that $25 price range you're looking for. So again, you be the first in or the last out. There is no playing in the middle ground with clearance items. So with that being said, we're gonna go in here, hopefully find some products. I have no idea what's in the store right now, so hopefully we'll be able to find a few things. And real quick, a side tip, you are not going to find product in every single store you go into. In fact, most of the time, you're not gonna find anything in most stores. Too many people watch videos like this and they think, ooh, Chaz scored a $500 in profit in one store. I can do that too. Well, yes, you can do it. The steps are fairly simple. The tough part in the process, the hustle, comes down to store after store after store, because out of 5 stores, you might only get 2 stores that have decent products. And that's just part of the RA game. So if you can't accept that, you need to look at a different business model. But if you're a hustler, you wanna get in, put in the work, and get those hours in, you will find product. I can promise you that. If you are willing to go to store after store after store and take the failures, you will win. All right, end rant. Now that you have the mindset of doing RA, let's get in here. All right, so when you first come into the store, basically you just need to dissect it by department. So you have toys, electronics, sporting goods, etc. So if you're in a specific niche, obviously go to that section and learn the ropes on how to flip that stuff. But really there's thousands of products in here to learn about. And the more you do this, the more of a memory that you gain for what flips and what doesn't. So I've actually been on a toy kick lately. I'm going for the quick flips. So I am going to go check out what we can find over here. All right, so if you don't already, download the Amazon Sellers app. You can see right there. P.S. Don't mind my 100K spam mails. So we're gonna download Amazon Sellers app, open this guy up. As you can see, I was already starting to scan some stuff. So it's gonna be your home page, and we wanna hit this little camera button up here, or you can hit add a product, and we basically start scanning. All right, so first item here, got $5 on the clearance tag. So we're just gonna flip this over. We're gonna scan this. See what this comes up with. And I do apologize, right now Amazon app has a glitch, so it's all saying slow moving even if it's not. So we're gonna look here. First thing I'm looking at is rank. Obviously rank is super slow within toys, but I also see no FBA offers. So if you do come in here as an FBA seller, you will oftentimes find that rank will actually come down because some people just buy Prime. So if you come in on FBA, that might start selling, you never know. And we can actually click right here. This is going to show us a breakdown of our actual shipping cost. 15 cents, super light item. Put in your cost of purchase and it would show you what you may potentially get. For myself and my business model, this is not going to be a buy just because that rank is going to be way too high. And quick tip that you'll find is if you scan the barcode on all this stuff and it doesn't come up, or if it comes up with something else, just type in the actual title of the product, because some people that make the listings actually don't put in the UPC code. So always look it up if you can't find it. Now we have this little Care Bear set, $2.50. I'm gonna flip this over. I'm trying to do this all one-handed for you. Scan. I'm gonna do minimal editing because I want you guys to see the whole process. So here we go, 134,000 in toys. Still on the high side, but not bad, depending if there's profit. So there's only one seller, no FBA, and again, FBA is always the way to go. So if I click on this, even if I price it at what they are doing, I put in $2.50 for my buy cost. Even if I price it low, I'll see $5 profit after fees and shipping. But again, since there's no FBA offers, you can actually do a little bit higher on that too. So next up, I already know this is gonna be a good one because I've already sold these. Just this week, I sold a bunch of these. So I'm gonna flip these over. I had to price check them because there's no clearance sticker on them. There's a whole bunch of them. So we got Thor, we got different ones over here. So if you don't see a clearance sticker, you can always go ask an employee or find one of those scanners that are up on the wall, usually in the toy section. So we're gonna flip this guy over, grab my phone, scan this. This actually rang out for $5, which I already know is gonna be a good price right there. So buy box is 15, it's ranked 25,000 in toys. Great seller. Of course, make sure the item is always matching. And then also another thing to pay attention to is reviews. If you have a product that is very low on reviews, you don't want to risk that. Again, when you scan something like this, that price right there is not including shipping. Even though this is light and it's not going to be much, just click on it anyway. 72 cents for shipping. I know I have a $5 buy cost. So that's going to give me a $3.25 net profit if I price it at that buy box. And here's why I'm going to do that, because one, again, I want to quick flip my stuff, get my money back as quick as I can, but also Amazon is on the listing, so you want to make sure you're matching them because they're going to be pretty tough to compete with. And after checking Thor and all the other ones here, the numbers are all basically the same on them, so it's an easy $5 profit each. All right, so let's go ahead and check some other stuff for you guys. And again, not everything is going to be a winner. So what you do is hit your scanner app. See that pop up. So we're gonna see 234 in toys, not great. Only 2 offers. Amazon is on the listing, so you can't really price much higher than that. So if we price it below that $17.98, we see $10 back, but $9 price tag. So that's no go. And we've got Bell, $19. Go scan that barcode. So 158,000 in toys, not bad. $28 buy box for the low price. 26 sellers, we see 18. Again, $19 buy cost, that's a no-go. Now we've got this Spark activity table, $4. So the price is cheap, but let's see what we can do with it. So here's an example of I scanned it, but nothing comes up. So instead of just leaving it, I'm actually going to type it what it is. See if we can do this one-handed for you. We're going to do Spark Activity Table. And we can see that none of these are actually popping up. But there's one other thing we can do to check this, because Amazon is not the only selling platform. So never limit yourself to just one platform, guys. We also have eBay. So I'm going to open this up. Same thing, I'm going to type in Spark Activity. And again, I'm going to do minimal editing on this video so you can see what the exact process is. Activity Table. So here's an eBay tip. So that already popped up. It's actually going, hopefully that checks out. So the prices check out on that. But these are just what are listed. We want to know what is actually selling. So we go filter, sold. These are all the recent sold listings. So you can see the blue one was selling. We're looking for that yellow one. And I'm actually not even seeing the yellow one on here, which could be a good thing. So let me check what these were at again. So we have a $29.99, $29, $35, $27, $29. So none have actually sold, but again, they're only $4. So I'm actually gonna grab some of these and list them up on eBay, see what we could do. $7, Pom Pom Wow. Let's see what we can do for this thing. Find the barcode, scan it. Let's see here. We got 7,000 in toys, which is amazing. Amazon is on it for 14. We can see about $7 back. $7 buy cost, so you're breaking even. And this is a case of you can buy it and hope Amazon goes out of stock and then sell it for more, but you might be sitting on these things for a while. So that's a call that you need to make. Share this workshop, $7. Find the barcode, which is on the back right here. Do is scan that guy. So we have possibly a winner. 4,000 in toys, which is awesome. You guys, if you can get under 50,000 in toys, that's going to be a great buy. We can see 14. I want to know what my shipping cost is. Nice. I know this costs 7. So I can make a $6 profit really fast, and there's 3 of them. Nice. So after stuff is in my cart, I usually double check it. And it looks like one thing I did miss was Amazon is on it for 19. We were looking at a 23 price. So I want to know how often Amazon actually is in stock. So here's a cool tool you can use. You're going to click on features and details. You're going to copy the ASIN. We're going to go over to Safari, and you're going to open this. Keepa.com is a history checker, so you can check the history on the rank and the price. We're going to paste that ASIN in there. Hit return. See if I can do this one-handed. So this will show the history of what's going on here. So that orange means Amazon is in stock. The pink lines that I'm looking at is what the buy box is, typically what Amazon is pricing it at. So right now they're priced at $18.79. They were selling for $15, and then before that they were selling for $19. So here's where you just need to make a judgment call. This is based on the 3-month history. So I'm actually gonna look at the 1-year view just so I can see. Looks like back in September they did go out of stock. The price went as high as $28.99. Obviously they don't go out of stock much at all. So I'm actually gonna do this deal anyways, just because they do have a history of pricing higher than 20, and just recently is when they dropped the price and then upped it again. So I think I can probably pull close to that $22, $23 mark. And again, guys, this is just how I'm running my personal business. It's up to you to decide what you want to do for yours. These were only $7 each, so really I'm only out $21 if everything tanks. But there's a potential to make 21, so we'll see. Just found this buried. I got 2 of them. They're $5 each. Let's see if it's worth anything. Nice. So So we got 65,000 in toys, not bad. It shows it's selling. Amazon's on at 18. These guys are at 26. Let's see what $18 would bring us if we match Amazon. So you can actually change all your data up here. So I'm gonna put $18 sell price. $5 buy. So even if I price it with Amazon, spend 5, make 689, sold. I'm gonna pick up both those. And because everyone is always going to ask what happens if I'm restricted, so you'll see a big red restricted pop up here. That means that you cannot sell that brand. Toys is an open category, so that means you're gonna be gated in Star Wars. So what you can do is from your phone, you can open up your Safari, open up your Seller Central right here, and then in inventory, add a product and apply, because Amazon, if you have good selling metrics, will actually go through and auto approve you. All right, so that was their main little clearance aisle outside the toy section. But like I said, a lot of the times, if you come to the back aisles, these end caps, so this one's not one, but this guy, they will oftentimes have extra clearance stickers on their end caps. But I just went through, scanned every single item, all of it's break even, no go right now. All right, your next tip when you scan something, so for example, I just scanned the pink one, shows for $4.88. But if I pull this up, immediately you're gonna look at this and think, holy crap, that's such a good deal. 52,000, $13, but always look and see if it's a multi-pack. So that's 3 of them, so you're gonna lose money if you do that. All right, found another little aisle. So this one is $7. Shopkins is a really good brand. Usually pretty good flips if you get them cheap. So let's scan this guy. Bingo. So check this out. Super fast selling. Of course, make sure the product matches. I can see 17 after fees, and after shipping is $1.80. This cost me $7. So we will see $8.68. Sold. Alright, so got a little cartload going. Now you guys have seen kind of my process. This specific store, that was just the toy clearance. These guys actually have a whole aisle dedicated for kind of like the home goods and the rest of the store. So here's aisle number 2. So here's another case where I try to scan the barcode and nothing comes up. So instead of searching by the title, here's another thing you can do too. So when I hit that camera button, I can actually search via image. So I'm gonna hold this up. There it goes. So look at that, pulls up the image. So this actually has 2 listings. Top one has no rank, which means it has not sold. This one has a 164 rank, which means it has sold and is selling. And 164 in sports is actually not bad at all. So I can see a $32 back. There's no FBA. There's only 2 sellers. And again, FBA, you can always price a little bit higher because those prime customers want to use that membership. I know that this is $20. So if I sell at the lowest price of $50, I'm gonna see about a $5 profit. This, just because it's so big, takes up space. You're gonna pay a little bit more in Amazon storage fees, and there's only a potential of $5, maybe $10 profit. It's not gonna be worth it for me right now. Again, guys, I can't stress enough, you need to decide what type of business model you wanna do, because each of these purchases, some people, these may not have fit in your criteria, and other people, this would have been perfect. So you need to really just get in, use trial and error, and figure out what works for you. So I almost missed this one, but check this out. $5. Black & Decker deluxe tool set for kids. I can't find it on Amazon anywhere, so again, don't limit yourself to one platform. These are selling for $25. That one sold for $34.99, and these cost $5. So diversify, guys. All right, not bad for a little cartload. So now you guys have seen pretty much firsthand how I scan. I'm gonna dive a lot more into detailed explanations of how to use a Keepa chart and all that fun stuff in a different video, but this has been RA 101. All right, car's all loaded up, good to go. I posted in Facebook I was gonna do this video, so I actually got a few questions I want to answer for you. John asks, what category should you start with? Now, if you're new, again, this is Retail Arbitrage 101, bare bones basics. I didn't cover different apps. I didn't cover different tools you can use to speed the process up. This is just how to do it, the foundation. So when you're a new seller, you're going to be restricted in a few different things, whether that's a category or a brand. So when you first start out, go for the stuff you can already sell, which is going to be your typical things like toys, electronics, books. These are the main categories that everyone can sell in. Now, if you really want to get into something like grocery, you need to go through the process of getting whatever Amazon asks for to get ungated with that. Typically for the big one like grocery, you can totally get away with doing RA for it, but you'll need to get actual invoices from legit distributors or wholesalers, not just a retail store, to get into that category. So when you're new, just learning the ropes, don't worry about all that stuff quite yet. Just go with what is already available to you. Build your foundation and learn how Amazon works. Casey asks, what are the best tools that I use when I'm doing RA? I keep it super basic, guys. Your Amazon Sellers app and Keepa.com are the only two tools that you need to go crush it with your RA business. Now, there are a few other things such as Scoutify, which can help speed up the process with certain things. I'm going to cover that in another video. This one was just for the basics. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need subscriptions to a ton of stuff. I would rather you spend your money on actual product than any type of software or program when you're brand spanking new, because those tools and resources are going to be useless if you don't know how the Amazon system works. So build your foundation, use trial and error. Just use your Sellers app and Keepa.com and you will be fine. Davis asked if I run into the issue of not finding product when I go in. Every freaking day. You guys, like I said inside the store, you are not going to win every single store. This was a decent day. I got a nice little cartload. I'm going to make a couple $100 on that. So today was a win, but if I go to another Walmart right now, I may have complete losses. I'll walk out with nothing. And that's just part of the business, like I already talked about. So if you're not willing to go into stores and lose a few times, you're not going to make it in this business. You've got to fall on your face in order to have those great wins. Jacob asked if I can show some of my best practices. So like you just saw kind of my breakdown of what I'm looking for, here's a quick recap. Number one, I'm checking the rank first because I personally have a quick flip business. I will spend $10 to make $2 every single day because I'm going for speed. I'm going for volume. Now, if you're the type of seller that you want to buy things and hold out for a long time and wait for a higher profit, that's on you and your decision if you want to do it that way. There's tons of sellers out there making great money that do it both ways. But number one for me, I look for the rank. I want to see that there's actually sales happening. So that's why Keepa.com, learning to read that chart is going to be crucial because I want to have a quick flip for my business. Number two, I want to look at is if there's actually profit margin. As you guys can see, we just scanned clearance things. We didn't even go for regular retail stuff today. We went for clearance items. And again, with the clearance game, you either have to be very quick on your flip and make a little bit less margin, or you have to hold out, wait for the low ballers to sell out, and then get your money. So when it comes to margin, I cherry pick the best margins I can, the biggest gap in margin, because I want to make sure I have wiggle room to actually drop my price if I need to. If you're scanning something and you're coming out with a $2 profit, that's not going to give you a whole lot of wiggle room to play with. But again, I'm only one business, one method, and there's tons out there. So it's up to you to take whatever advice you hear on these YouTube videos and go implement and figure out what works best for you. Also pay attention to those ratings and reviews, because if you see a product that it may have a great profit margin, but you see that it has crappy reviews on it, it's got 1 stars all throughout, you don't want to risk getting a customer return and having negative feedback put on your account. So that's up to you if you want to go for the low rating stuff, the low reviews, or if you want to stick with the 3 stars and above. Lastly, is something I'm not too worried about is competition. A lot of people won't touch an Amazon listing if it has more than 20 sellers. I've been on listings that have 300 sellers and I sell just fine. It's all based on a few things. Are you pricing your stuff competitively? How are your metrics? How's your rating? How's your review of your own profile? Because these are things that customers look at. They may go under the sellers column and see that you have a 99% customer feedback while somebody else has an 80% customer feedback, and they may buy from you even at a higher price because they don't want to go with an 80%. So there's a lot of these different little tweaks and metrics that go into how a customer is buying. So as far as the competition goes, I personally don't worry about it too much. I just get in, price competitively, and get out, and so I can keep turning my money quicker. Last but not least, I love this one. Connie says, I hate scanning. It always makes me feel like I'm doing shady. How do I get past that? Trust me, I get that 100% because I felt the same way when I first started. It feels like you're stealing the stuff. For some reason, if you go in as a newbie, you feel like you're gonna steal it. So every time an employee walks by, you kind of hover, you hide your phone. Like, it's just instinct to do that. But what I've learned over the years of doing this, and even what just happened in this store, is let people know what you do. Unless it's a store that flat out says we do not like resellers and we will block you, then you have to get a little creative with how you're doing that. But for the most part, especially at Walmart, I've had zero issues, and I have many managers that know me by name. They call me even when they have deals going out because I was open, honest, and transparent, and most of all, I was just nice. Be nice to the employees. If you're doing RA, you're gonna be doing a large amount of purchases, you're gonna be in there often, just be nice to the employees. So how you get over that fear is this. You have to understand that you are not the only one benefiting from buying these deals and making a profit. So you need to get out of the mindset that I'm the one making the money here. These managers need to clear those shelves because they have new mods, new SKUs, new inventory coming in that they need shelf space for. So if you actually get to know some of these managers, you will find that they will push product on you. These guys want to work with you. They want you to help them clear out those shelves. So stop having the mindset of you're the only one benefiting and you're like taking from the store. It's a mutual relationship. We have a connection with a manager right now that's on such a great level that we will actually meet up and he'll print off new clearance stickers based on the pricing that I can work with. But that's taken time. It's taken being nice. You got to build relationships. That's part of this ball game. So if you go into a store and you're trying to hide the fact that you're scanning with your phone, you're not going to get very far, and you're always going to have that like icky, disgusting feeling. Like, that's not a fun place to be. So understand that you are not the only one benefiting here. You are helping out the managers, you're helping out the stores by helping them to clear out the inventory that they need to get rid of. Especially if it's on clearance, it gets to the point where they will just drop price so low on stuff just to get rid of it. So instead of hiding the fact that you're actually scanning, if you see employees walk by, you know the managers are coming in, be nice to them, start the conversation, build that relationship, because you can be the one that they will call when they need to move their inventory. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been Retail Arbitrage 101. I hope you learned a thing or two. Please comment below. I would love to hear a few tips that you have on doing retail arbitrage. What have been some of your wins? What are some of your tips that have helped you out? Do you have relationships with the managers? Are you out there putting in a certain amount of hours per week? I would love to hear more about what you guys are doing with your retail business. But aside from that, this has been Chaz. If you have not subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and check us out on Instagram as well. We do a lot of daily documenting behind the scenes, Side Hustle Pros. We will see you next time.